In this week's episode of The Enthusiast, you get to know all about the Phantom video game news and so much more in this week's episode. You are now watching the best Phantom podcast for all fans. You're watching The Enthusiast on YouTube. In this week's quick fire news, few publications have released the Phantom issue number 1983 and issue number 1984. So let's have a look at them and let's unbox these covers, these books, these latest Phantom comics. Let's have a look at them. This is the first book. Wow, have a look at that. I barely have had a look at this cover. I sort of know what the other one looks like because I've already had a look at it. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't wait for it because I've been waiting for the Phantom comics. So I've been doing other things and I've been busy and I've been waiting to see these Phantom comics, and now I've seen them and now I've seen the covers and they look amazing. Like this cover here is it from issue number 1983, and this cover is one of the first covers in a while that we have seen from Jamie Johnson. Yes, this is a cover done by Jamie Johnson, and this just looks awesome. Like, how awesome does that look? It's a big wraparound cover, and when I say it's big, it is huge. Like, have a look at that. That's it in its entirety. Wow. Whew, the story looks good too. I'm just having a peek at the 11th page over here. So those are the witnesses who saw her abducted. I wonder who got abducted. We'll have to wait and see, and I'll have to wait and see until I read this story, because it won't be long until I devour this story, and it's going to be great. And this cover is so great. It even has a plane on it saying Delta Airlines. Just have a look at that. Have a look at that plane. Have a look at the back cover. Have a look at its greatness. Really, really well done by Jamie Johnson. I was looking forward because he posted some pictures of some previews of the cover up on his social media pages with Instagram and Facebook. He posted them, and I saw them, and I was getting excited. I am even more excited than seeing it, and I'm even more excited that now it's in my collection. I can revisit it whenever I want to and check out its awesomeness. Wow, it even has tribal spears in it. Like, how great's that? Have a look at this. Look at that. That's awesome. Something always to be excited, happy, and enthusiastic about when you see a Jamie Johnson cover. Because, you know me, I love my Jamie Johnson covers, and this is just one that this is just a cover from him that I've been waiting for a very, very long time. It's just awesome. Like, down here, down this lower part corner, look at that guy getting absolutely flogged, getting absolutely clobbered. Look at that dude's face. He's going, my face has been smashed by a skull mark. That was issue number 1983, and now we're going to have a look at issue number 1984. Wow. It's still pretty good. I think I've seen this cover at some point somewhere down the track, but let's have a look at it. Look at that. It's just the Phantom. He's just sitting on a throne like I am right now on my throne wearing a Phantom t-shirt. Yes. But look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. Now this cover has been done by Clayton Barton, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Clayton Barton. The cover art has been done 2024. That's the cover that's been done. Counting down the original issues, in this issue from 1954, we have number 76, 75, 74, and 73, which is pretty awesome. It is Collector's Replica Series number 41, and it definitely won't take them long to get down to issue number 1. If this is the last issue from this series in 2024, I think we're going in 2025. I'm just going to say this. In 2025, I reckon with this series, we're going to be up to number 45, and we're going to be down into issue number the early 50s. I reckon it's going to be into the number 50s with this series, and it will not take long for it to finish. So since they're up to issue number 73, they'll go in the next issue that will come out next year. They'll probably end up heading in towards the 60s. And by the end of next year, we probably will see this series into the early 50s, I reckon. Into the early 50s, which would come from 1954 to 1953, counting down the original issues in Collector's Replica Series number 41 in Collector's Replica Series. This series has been going on for a very, very long time. I think it's been going on since 2013, 2014, around there. That's when it got started, I'm pretty sure. And it's developed a long way from where it has come from, because originally, if you don't know this, the series originally started counting down the original issues from issue number 200, and this series was in a way to make sure that people that couldn't buy the original issues that aren't replicas could still be able to read the original stories that were in the original books, but as replicas. And this series, I reckon, has been going on for at least 10 to 11 years. We also have a new Phantom comic coming out on the 5th of December, the Phantom issue of 1985, The Black Ghost and Operation Domino Part 6. And after that, it will only take, I think, a week or two before the Christmas special comes out in mid-December. And I always get excited for the Christmas special because, Christmas is just around the corner, even though we like to dread it and all. But Christmas is just around the corner. It's a day that is filled with family, obviously presents, and that big long lunch, and afterwards you feel like you just want to go and have a sleep. And that all could be spent in afternoon in the pool. If you're in the summer months, and if you're in the winter months, I don't know what you'd be experiencing, but you'd definitely be experiencing cold snow and probably a big dose of ice hockey or NFL. Or just snow in general. And coming up on this week's show, we have in the publishers news, Phantom Men number 25 and 26 is coming out. Mad Cave Studios is making new Phantom comics and stories. Defenders of the Earth, new trade paperback by Mad Cave Studios. And we've also got in the merchandise news, all the Phantom video game news that you need to know about before pre-orders start on Monday. There will also be a new Phantom Christmas ornament is out soon. We've also got a new Phantom Cave reviews announcement, what's coming out in the coming weeks. This week in the publishers news, Phantom Men numbers 25 and 26 is coming out soon, with the cover art being done by Henry Jonas. Jonas? I think I just butchered his name, but it's been done by Henry Jonas. Jonas? It's done by Henry Jonas. Jonas! It's not by Hendrik Salstrom this time around, but it's definitely done by Henry Jonas! And it just looks mesmerizing. He's up like this, going like this, and he's going and looking that way. Anyways, Mad Cave Studios will be making and releasing a new Phantom comic being made for Free Comic Book Day. Yes! You don't have to pay for it. You! Hopefully. Free Comic Book Day in May next year in 2025. The event is to be held on the 3rd of May, just before May the 4th be with you. Zoom, 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 zoom. How does that have anything to do with the Phantom Brand? I do not know. I simply do not know. But it's May the 3rd, and then it's May the 4th be with you. We're talking about the Phantom, Brad. Serious. Serious. Stay focused, Brad. Stay focused. You can now watch my show, The Enthusiast, on Anchor and Spotify. The Enthusiast, where the passion for the Phantom, as you cannot tell, if you cannot tell, the passion for the Phantom doesn't waver. It never wavers. It never goes anywhere. And it's always just kettled up in a kettle, and it's just been waiting to get out whilst I'm recording this video for you. New episodes weekly on Tuesdays, and I will also be putting a link to the podcast in the description down below. Also, in this week's publishers news, Mad Cave Studios will be publishing a new Defenders of the Earth trade paperback titled Defenders of the Earth, A Well Divided. The book will be 160 full-page color pages long and include the first four parts of their current Defenders of the Earth series that started back in August. The current series is expected to have 8 issues to come out, so it's logical at the moment to realize that this is one trade paperback and that includes the first 4 parts, and it's logical to expect another trade paperback from Mad Cave Studios next year, once the current series wraps up, to maximize the amount of money they can make on the series. Like it's always, we're going to make a book. It's going to have first 4 parts in it, and then we're going to make another book, and it's going to have the final 4 parts in it. Like, can you please buy it so we can make money? Yeah, it's all about the money. The front cover has been done, that will be up on your screen right now. The front cover has been done by Jim Calafore and is available for pre-order right now and will be released on the 25th of February. It's going to be really, really great. You can pre-order it right now, or it will be published and released on the 25th of February. So it's going to be awesome. Quick merchandise news. Today I'm going to give you all the latest news on the Phantom video game. Like in the last 4 or 5 weeks, I've been talking about this, but it's only been snippets. And now we have all the information to give to you. Digital pre-orders for the Phantom video game start this week on Monday, the 25th of November. So this episode will come out on Sunday, and that will be the 24th of November. And pre-orders will start on Monday, the 25th of November. And that pre-order run will run for 1 month. There will be fan mega packs that will include exclusive artworks, and they'll be up on your screen right now as I mention them. From Luca Berta ×2 up on your screen, Glenn Ford, Alex Tripp, Sal Voluto, Sid Barry has even done one, which I was very, very surprised about. He's an absolute legend. No wonder why he has done one, bro. I know that, but I wasn't expecting it. And we also have another massive fan mega pack done by Anthony Spay, and his colorist colors his images, which is awesome. The physical copies, this is where it gets technical. The physical copies of the game will come out next year in February 25th via limited run, and pre-orders for the physical copy. Now, we've talked about the digital copies that will be coming out, and the pre-orders for that, as I will mention again, will be starting this week on Monday the 25th. That's for the digital copies only, and that will run for 1 month. And now the physical copies of the game will come out next year in February 25th via limited run, and pre-orders will run for 1 month. They will run for 1 month. And then, on the side note, there will be competitions. There will be a NECA Phantom figurine signed by Billy Zane that will be held at the end of the month. So that will be held at the end of November. There will be gameplay footage from the 3 levels will be coming out in the next week or two, and that will be just awesome. We'll be able to see what it actually looks like, because we've been waiting for this video game for a very, very long time, and it's now finally going to come to fruition. And you can now get 14% off on all things Hermes Press with the code Enthusiast 2022, all in one word. And whether you are looking for something new to read on an afternoon after hard day's work, or if you've just come in from outside, or if you've just been having a cool inside day, you can get 14% off on all things Hermes Press with the code Enthusiast 2022, all in one word, when you buy a new Phantom comic or new Phantom book at Hermes Press today. There's always something for you to find at Hermes Press today. Also, in this week's merchandise news, there will also be a new Phantom related Christmas tree ornament, and it is now available from comicskingdom.com website. That's the official website for the King Features comic book strips of the Phantom and many other different characters. It includes the Good Mark and the Skull Mark ring designs as Christmas ornaments. They were first made available in 2021 and are coming back this year for this year's festive season. It's like they've taken a break and now they're coming back and now spending quality time on your Christmas tree. And you never know. They might be a fan of the cricket. They might be a fan of the Australian cricket team taking on India. Yes, I don't know how we always are able to deliver sport in a Phantom comic book related TV show, in a Phantom comic book related podcast called The Enthusiast. I just don't know how it happens. We follow what's happening in the outside world. And that is Australia takes on India. And now we're going to be getting more into the Phantom. Because, Phantom Cave Review's latest announcement, my latest announcement, is coming up now. The Enthusiast will soon be wrapping up after another thrilling season of talking about the Phantom. It is season 7 of The Enthusiast. It's wrapping up in the next couple of weeks. But before that, here is what you need to know to stay up to date with what's coming out on the channel in the coming weeks. The Enthusiast episode 9 will be coming out on the 26th of November. Episode 10 will be coming out on Friday the 29th of November. And then there will be a very, very special live season 7 finale on the 3rd of December at 7 p.m. only at Phantom Cave Reviews on YouTube. It's the best Phantom related comic book channel on YouTube, so stay in tight, stay up to date, because there's even more. After the Enthusiast season 7 is finished, there will be a My Collections episode, a old Phantom comic book collections part. There will be a comic book review on the first volume of the budget books from the mid-1980s, and that will include volume 1, and I will also be reading and reviewing book number 2. That will also be coming out before the end of the year. I will also be doing live comic book reviews on the channel, and of course, I haven't forgotten, because I will also be doing my annual top 10 best Phantom comics from 2024 and top 4 Phantom comics just before 2024 changes into 2025. Yes, we've got the Davenport's Phantom robe on as we speak. And if you enjoy Phantom Cave reviews, what do you think of all the new artworks for the video game? What are you excited for next year? And then you can subscribe to see more great videos like this. And as always, keep Phantom Caving, stay safe, bye, and we'll see you next time on The Enthusiast.